I just write one line in my journal, I want to earn 10 billion. But when I look down, there's a second journal at my feet, identical to mine. When I read what's inside, my mind goes blank. It says, "Dear Grandpa, I found this perfectly preserved notebook among your belongings. I saw your idea. You're a genius. Technology can now send objects back in time. But this technology has one fatal flaw, it's insanely expensive. To change our family's poverty, I've decided to spend every last penny I have to send you an answer journal. The answer journal matches your question notebook exactly. Both have exactly 100 pages, and each page corresponds to the matching page in your notebook, answering the question on that page. The page you're reading now answers question notebook page 1, where to get your first fortune. In recorded history, 3 days after you write this page, a regional conflict will break out in the north. The conflict zone happens to be a major oil-producing region, so international oil prices will skyrocket. From $30 a barrel today to $150 a barrel in 21 days. I don't need to spell out how to make money from that, do I? One last thing. Whatever you do, don't flip ahead in this journal. You must write your question in your own notebook first, and only then turn to the matching page in the answer journal. If you skip ahead, every page after that will go permanently blank, and you'll never get another answer. Remember this. Remember this. I stare at the two journals in front of me, jaw on the floor. The shock is beyond words. What you hold in your heart will find its echo. Someone actually answered my wish and sent a journal from the future. This is insane. I pull out my phone and quickly scan the international news. The world is completely at peace. There's not the slightest hint of war on the horizon. International crude oil prices, however, match the journal exactly, $30 a barrel. If the journal is right, and the price hits $150 a barrel in 21 days, that's a full 5 times increase. It's almost impossible to believe. But the journal sitting right in front of me keeps reminding me, this is real. This is not a dream. Go all in on the international crude oil futures market? But what if the information in the journal is wrong? Then I'd lose everything. Still on the fence, I decide to test it one more time to see if this journal from the future is telling the truth. I flip to page 2 of the question notebook. I pick up my pen and write, how do I know you're telling the truth? Show me some news that hasn't happened yet. After writing this, I take a deep breath and pick up the answer journal, turning to the next page. Page 2. Fine, let me check the historical records for you. At 3:29 this afternoon, a magnitude 5 earthquake will strike the waters off Hokkaido, Japan. I finish reading and pull out my phone. The time right now is exactly 3 in the afternoon. I search the news. Not a single trace. I wait anxiously for half an hour, refreshing non-stop. Then the China Earthquake Network posts a breaking alert. It has been determined that today at 3:29 this afternoon, a magnitude 5.9 earthquake struck the waters off Hokkaido, Japan at coordinates 142 east, 45.8 north. I pump my fist hard. The earthquake actually happened. The location and time are dead-on accurate. With current technology, there's no way to predict an earthquake that far in advance. It seems the answer journal really was sent back by my descendants from the future, and history hasn't changed one bit because of this journal. Everything is still proceeding right on schedule. This is the best possible news for me. History hasn't shifted, which means the journal's information about the future is accurate. In 3 days, war really will break out in the north, and international crude oil futures will skyrocket from $30 to $150. Now comes the planning. In a 21-day window, my capital can multiply 5 times over, add leverage, and the returns have no ceiling. But all of this requires a solid amount of starting capital. Luckily, I graduated from college 3 years ago. I haven't made much money myself, but my family is well off. My parents bought me an apartment in Rongsheng and a car. Now that I have insider knowledge of the future, to maximize my returns, I'm obviously going all in. As for asking my family for money to fund this investment, I've decided against it. The secret of the future journal is something I don't plan to reveal to anyone. If I suddenly asked my family for money to trade international futures, they'd probably think I fell for a scam. Not only would I get no money, they might lock down my car and apartment too. And if I miss this investment window, the journal's information would be completely wasted. Who knows when the next chance to build my fortune would come along. With my mind made up, I take immediate action, contacting the bank, trying to put my apartment and car up as collateral right away. After a round of calls, the answer is far from satisfying. At market value, my apartment and car are worth roughly 4.5 million yuan. But given my weak repayment capacity, the bank would only offer 3 million against those assets, and the approval process would take at least a week. For me, time is money right now. A bank loan clearly isn't going to work. So the simplest, most direct option is to sell both the apartment and the car. Money talks, and real estate agents move fast. By the very next day, buyers have been found for both the apartment and the car. Assets worth 4.5 million in total sell for 4 million in cash, hitting my account immediately. Because I need the money urgently, the price is on the low side. But I don't feel a thing, because I know this 4 million is just a tiny lever. Give me a fulcrum, and I can move the entire world. Create a miracle. Just as I'm signing the agreement with the buyer, my phone suddenly rings. I pick up, and my girlfriend Serena's sweet, flirty voice comes through the other end. Babe, what are you up to? I tuck the phone under my chin, signing the sale contract while saying, I'm a little busy right now. What's up, babe? On the other end, Serena clearly doesn't care what I'm doing. She keeps going in that sweet voice. Babe, I saw this Gucci bag at the mall today. It's so cheap, only like 20,000. I want it as a gift. Serena knows my family has money. I've always bought her luxury gifts, so she's launching the charm offensive now. But I just sold my apartment and car to raise capital for the futures market. Save your ammo for when it counts. Spend 20,000 now and in 21 days my returns could be $1 million less. So I turn her down, babe. I'm working on a project right now. I don't have much cash on hand. Once the money comes back in a few days, I'll buy it for you. The most expensive one. Deal? But the moment she hears me say no, Serena's whole mood flips. She snaps, I don't care! I want it! Right now! Tanya's boyfriend already got her one. If I don't have one, she'll one-up me. I let out a sigh and patiently try to calm her down. Babe, please. I really don't have any spare cash right now. The second my funds come in, I'll buy it for you right away, okay? No. You obviously have money and you just won't spend it on me. Cheapskate, I'm done talking to you. And just like that, Serena hangs up in a huff, not giving me a chance to explain. I shake my head awkwardly, feeling a flicker of irritation myself. As a girlfriend, Serena checks the boxes. Fair skin, gorgeous face, legs for days. Back when we were both in college, she never lacked for guys chasing her. In the end, it was my looks and my family's wealth that won her heart. The two of us have been together for 3 or 4 years now, practically at the engagement stage. But Serena has one flaw. She's way too vain, loves to compete, and is absolutely obsessed with every kind of luxury brand, constantly expecting me to shower her with expensive gifts. If my family weren't well off, there's no way I could keep up. Once I finish riding this oil futures wave, whatever bag she wants, I'll buy it for her. Muttering a few words under my breath, I finally finish signing the contract. Before long, my phone pings with a notification. The message confirms, $4 million in cash from the sale, deposited. That's already a lot of money, but this opportunity is once in a lifetime. Better to be as prepared as possible. Wait, Devin. The money he borrowed from me, I should get that back first. I can always lend to him again, later if he's short. The thought of Devin suddenly hits me, and my eyes light up. I pull out my phone and video call him. Devin is my childhood buddy. The two of us went to middle school and high school together, but Devin's grades were pretty bad, and he never made it to college, so he entered the workforce early. Compared to me, Devin's family was much worse off. So whenever we went out for dinner or hit the clubs, I was always the one picking up the tab. Sometimes when Devin was tight on cash, I'd lend him some of my own money. Even though each loan wasn't much, just $3,000 to $5,000 at a time, it all added up to over $100,000 over the years. The video call connects quickly. Devin's face appears on the screen. He greets me enthusiastically. Ray, what's up? You taking me out for drinks tonight? I smile and say, I've got something going on today. Let's rain check the drinks. I'm calling because I need to ask, can you pay back the money you owe me? Devin freezes. A look of clear annoyance crosses his face. His tone turns stiff. Pay you back? Why would I? Those blunt words nearly make me laugh out of sheer disbelief. You owe a debt, you pay it back. That's how the world works. You borrowed my money, and I'm asking for it back. What's the problem? Looking at his face, someone might think I'm the one who owes him. I'm annoyed, but good manners keep me from blowing up, and years of friendship make it hard to get confrontational. So I stay patient. Look, man, I've got a project going on, and I really need the cash. I just checked our message history. In just the past year or so, you've borrowed over $100,000 from me. Tell you what, forget the change. Just give me back the $100,000. Fair enough? The change I'm writing off is actually not small at all, close to $10,000. I feel like I'm being more than generous. But Devin fires right back, his voice cold. Ray, come on, that's not cool. Your family's loaded. Something comes up and instead of asking them, you're shaking down a broke guy like me? That's kind of messed up. I'm messed up? I almost laugh from pure rage. The absurdity of it chills my anger into something colder. I say, my family's business hit a rough patch too. They can't help me. Look, to raise money, I sold my own apartment and my car. I shift my phone, pointing the camera at the apartment behind me. There, cleaning crews and movers are hard at work. Anyone can tell this place is about to change hands. Seeing this, Devin's voice shoots up several pitches in surprise. You actually sold your apartment? And the car too? What am I supposed to drive when I go out to meet girls? As if even he realizes how ridiculous that sounds, Devin pauses, and a look of barely concealed glee creeps across his face. Ray, are you bankrupt? I neither confirm nor deny it. Just look at Devin on the screen and say, you can see for yourself, I desperately need money. Can you pay back that $100,000 right now? But Devin doubles down, even more firm than before. He says impatiently, Ray, you've sold your apartment. You're obviously broke. My $100,000 is a drop in the bucket for your problems. Instead of giving it back just for you to waste it, why not let me keep it? Help out a poor guy. After all these years, we're basically brothers. Look, enough. Stop asking. I'm definitely not paying you back. Bye. And with that, click. Devin hangs up, clean and cold. I'm left standing there stunned. How can someone be this shameless? The one who borrows money acts like he's doing me a favor, and the lender ends up groveling. What kind of world is this? Right now, I'm not even angry anymore. It just feels absurd, almost surreal. I never imagined that in Devin's mind, all those years of friendship couldn't stand up to $100,000. I can pretty much read his thinking. Now that I'm bankrupt, I'll never again be the one paying for dinners and drinks, hitting the clubs to pick up girls, or lending him more money. A broke version of me is useless to him. So for Devin, I've lost all my value. Cutting me off this cleanly, even burning the bridge, actually makes sense in his logic. After all, in this world, getting back money you've lent someone is nearly impossible. Otherwise, why are there so many deadbeats out there? And on top of that, almost every loan I gave Devin was a digital transfer. No written IOU whatsoever. What Devin doesn't realize is that I'm not bankrupt at all. I'm raising as much capital as possible to maximize my gains. 1 month from now, when I cash out on this oil futures run, I can only imagine the look on Devin's face. I plan to spare no expense when the time comes, hiring the best lawyer to take Devin to court and get every last cent back. If you repay cruelty with kindness, how do you repay kindness? Repay kindness with kindness, and cruelty with justice. The money Devin owes me isn't coming back anytime soon. My finger scrolls across the phone screen and stops on another friend's profile picture, Travis. Like Devin, Travis is a friend of many years. He hasn't borrowed as much as Devin's 100,000, but over time it still adds up to more than 10,000. I figure I'll get Travis's money back first. After all, there's still a month before oil prices peak, and I need some cash on hand for basic living expenses. But what I don't expect is, the second Travis picks up, he goes on the offensive. Ray, heard you went bankrupt. I'm screaming internally. This whole bankruptcy thing is nothing but Devin's guess, and it's been barely minutes yet Travis already knows. Obviously, Devin is working overtime spreading the word to everyone he can reach. Good news stays home, bad news travels fast. I sigh and say, Devin told you that, right? It's not true. Forget that nonsense. I'm calling you because I want to ask, can you pay back the 10,000+ you borrowed from me? I need it urgently. On the other end, Travis responds in an I knew it tone. Ray, I haven't even paid off my own credit card bill this month. I was actually just about to call you to ask you for help. Funny how that works. My heart sinks. I know Travis has already decided I'm bankrupt and plans to write off that 10,000 for good. Without wasting another word, I hang up. The world's gone cold, and loyalty's dead. I fume silently. If I ever lend money to anyone again, I'm a fool. Just you wait. I don't have the energy to deal with you people right now. Once I finish this oil futures play, you will pay back every single cent you owe me, with interest. Knowing that calling anyone else will be pointless, I give up on gathering more capital. Instead, with what I already have in hand, I start trading oil futures. I open the overseas trading app and enter the crude oil futures interface. Since the war hasn't started yet, the world is still completely calm. Crude oil prices are rock steady, hovering right around $30 a barrel. As a benchmark commodity directly tied to the dollar, without a major market event, crude barely moves at all. I take a deep breath and go all in, pouring my entire $4 million into crude oil futures. The trading app is mature and efficient, converting my funds at the current exchange rate plus a tiny spread, depositing everything onto the futures platform. And with a rock-solid information source backing me up, I crank my leverage to an extreme level, 50 times. This is a razor's edge bet. The slightest swing and my account gets wiped out by forced liquidation. But once the war breaks out, crude oil prices will shoot up like a rocket. Only with the kind of absolute insider information I have could anyone dare use leverage this high. Otherwise, it's guaranteed ruin. Even with 50 times leverage compared to the sheer scale of crude oil as a commodity, my capital is still tiny. After entering the futures market, it doesn't even make a ripple. Prices stay flat as ever. All I have to do now is wait. Wait for the war to start tomorrow, and for crude oil to peak at $150 a barrel in 21 days. That's my principal multiplied by 5 plus 50 times leverage. In 1 month, my $4 million will become $1 billion. Even though I've run the math 1,000 times, the number still makes my head spin. Everything is in place now. All that's missing is the spark. 21 days from now, it's harvest time. Heart pounding with excitement, I lie down fully clothed, eyes shut, quietly waiting for the war to begin. The next day, 4 in the morning. A breaking international news alert floods every screen in the world. In just 1 hour, international crude oil futures jumped from $30 a barrel to $39. A 30% spike, just like that. And my $4 million, riding this first small wave with 50 times leverage, has already earned me a cool $60 million. Staring at those numbers, my breathing quickens. This is real money, more wealth than most people earn in a lifetime, and I made it in a single hour. Getting rich overnight doesn't even begin to describe what's happening right now. If I sold my futures this very moment, I'd walk away with $60 million in profit. But I'm not that stupid. The journal already told me this rally is only the beginning of the frenzy. All the way until 21 days from now, when crude oil hits its absolute peak, that's when I truly sell and cash out. Right now, I feel like I'm riding a massive wave that's still building, and as long as I stay in the right position, it will carry me effortlessly to heights no one else can reach. As the flames of war grow more intense, crude oil futures keep climbing. As long as this regional conflict shows no signs of stopping, the rally will continue. $39.6, $40.2, $40.7. The rate of increase slows down a bit, but the curve is rock solid, pointing straight up. The value of my futures holdings keeps rising with the tide, and the fortune I can cash out grows by the minute. No. Stop. I can't stay this wired. If my body gives out before the money comes in, that defeats the whole purpose. I force myself to close the futures trading screen, take a deep breath, and slowly bring my racing heart under control. This rally is going to last 21 days. There's no way I can watch it every second. And now that the first surge has pushed my account well past the danger zone for forced liquidation, I decide to trust the journal unconditionally. Stop watching the ticker in real time. Just check in periodically so I know where things stand. With my nerves wound so tight, time flies. Before I know it, most of the day is gone. It's afternoon now. Time to hand the apartment